parties raise their hands.
The yeas have it at the Security Council for what are described as the toughest sanctions in 2 decades, and they'll deal a further blow to North Korea's reputation and economy. The new sanctions include mandatory inspections of cargo leaving and entering North Korea. There's also a ban on all sales or transfers of small arms and light weapons to Pyongyang. The export to the country of gold, coal, and rare metals is also prohibited.
It is estimated that the DPRK brings in approximately $1 billion a year in coal exports, roughly a third of the revenue it earns from exports, and it brings in at least $200 million a year in iron ore exports. That is why the resolution we have adopted today limits and in some instances bans outright North Korea's exports of specific natural resources.
North Korea has been under UN sanctions since 2006. These were imposed after Pyongyang conducted 4 nuclear tests. Since then, the country has also tested long-range ballistic missiles, and earlier this year it claimed to have detonated a hydrogen bomb.
Pyongyang is like a serial offender.
South Korea is understandably nervous and had been pushing to penalize Pyongyang for its violations.
North Korea's nuclear weapons and missile programs are the greatest threats to peace and security in my part of the world. If we are unable to stop Pyongyang's continued pursuit of a nuclear arsenal, it will fuel a vicious cycle of a regional arms race in an already heavily armed region.
The tests have all been carried out under the leadership of Kim Jong-un. Kim has been in power since his father, Kim Il-sung, died in 2011. He's had support from China and Russia, but China has also objected to US plans to deploy an anti-missile defense system in South Korea. A decade of sanctions has had a crippling effect on the North Korean economy. But this hasn't stopped Pyongyang from pursuing its agenda. Now, the UN will hope that tougher sanctions will convince North Korea it needs to change course. Ali Mustafa, TRT World.